Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to their Twin Peaks. This is for Eric Weinbender. This is for your contest. Eric, have you ever been to Twin Peaks? It's kind of a really cool place out in the Pacific Northwest. It's just this kind of spot you need to go to. Great things happen there. Some crazy stuff. I think it'd be right up your alley. You're kind of a crazy stuff kind of guy. So this is for Eric's contest about soundtracks, basically he just said you can do whatever you want. So I thought about just doing whatever I want, but we're going to do Twin Peaks because Twin Peaks is my all-time favorite show. Then it went on a 25-year hiatus, and it came back again just a couple years ago, I believe, on Showtime. That was weird, man. The original Twin Peaks was weird, but weird in a good way. The new one was like weird in a really weird way, but I watched it all. How could I not? So let's go into what I have about Twin Peaks. It all begins with this. Look at it. This is the Twin Peaks VHS box set. It is all 29 episodes from season 1 and season 2. It's hard to believe, but the show got canceled. People weren't watching it. I might have been one of the only people actually watching this whole thing. But I was intrigued with it. Man, it was just the most fascinating show in the whole wide world. And the whole thing was based upon this girl there. That's Laura Palmer. They found Laura Palmer dead. So why? How could this happen? That was Laura Palmer. Everybody liked Laura Palmer, but she had a dark past. She was a dark person. And as the episodes went on, we found more and more about Laura Palmer. And suddenly, she wasn't the little Miss Goody Two-Shoes. Laura Palmer was dark. But there was even something more sinister and dark going on in that cute, quaint little town of Twin Peaks. So the FBI sent in Agent Cooper. Agent Cooper is the best of the best. This man was great, and he was always thumbs up. He loved pie, and he loved coffee. And I loved Agent Cooper. And so he was the crux of the whole thing. But I'm not going to talk about the whole storyline. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. But let's look at what I got. I have this. This is the CD when Twin Peaks was out. And I would say probably one of my top 20 CDs, albums of all time. Absolute favorite. I've played this thing so many times. The complete thing is on my iPod. The complete thing's on my phone because the music was haunting. From Angelo Badalamenti was the composer on this thing. And, it's one of those things where the music makes the show. Without this music, that show never even would have been close to as good as what it was. It's just a classic case of that. Sometimes you can't find a pause button. So Twin Peaks, it had lots of cool characters all over the place, which helped make it really, really interesting. This is one of the dream people. He would come out and dance in the dream, a really weird dream. So a few years back, this came out. Here's the original score of Twin Peaks. It came out in vinyl. That's pretty neat, huh? And we'll just open that up. We'll take off the strip. Slide that sucker out. And there we go. The trees. The trees in Twin Peaks are symbolic of evil. You heard that? If you heard a crow, something evil was going on. There's Angelo. So that is the Twin Peaks 1. Now there was a prequel. So they did a prequel, about when Laura Palmer was alive, what was going on. And so that one was called Fire Walk With Me. This is like the first one, but it's in blood red. And it is from the movie Fire Walk With Me, which was Laura Palmer when she was alive and what went wrong with her. Then on Record Store Day, pick this up. This is Twin Peaks Volume 2. So this is the music from the second season. It's never been released out there, so I was super stoked. This was the very first thing. Of all the Record Store Day finds I had, this was the first one that I listened to. Agent Cooper, Laura Palmer, look at that. Yep. I think it had a little book in here. It did. It has a book of all the people. from there, the characters, cast of characters. There's Sheriff Truman. And oh, there's Audrey. There's the log lady. We'll talk about him in a minute. There's Josie. Look at that. There's Laura Palmer's mom. There's, well, I forget her name now, but neat little book that came with that thing. So that was fun stuff as it slides off my chair, and I'll probably ruin it. But what really made Twin Peaks is there was an evil spirit. And the evil spirit, are you ready for this? His name was Bob. Is that not the best name of an evil spirit? Bob. I got it. My dad's Bob. My brother's Bob. I knew there's something wrong with them. Evil spirits. Bob. Wow. At this one, so this came out recently, so we had Twin Peaks 2. I mean, the new thing came out on Showtime. So here's the limited edition series soundtrack of Twin Peaks. This is the instrumental music that was on there. And it also talked more about the history of Bob. That's one scary too. It's just the best name for a bad guy. An evil spirit, Bob. The sad thing is Bob could inhabit other people. And at the end of the very first series back in the 90s, he inhabited Agent Cooper. And that's how it ended. Suddenly Agent Cooper's looking in the mirror and there's Bob as part of it. So this is their soundtrack. Here's we had Twin Peaks. This is more of the different musicians that came in and played on it. So this isn't all instrumental. There's singing in that. Weird music at the Bang Bang Club. Really neat. Again, shows all the different characters in here. Don't know if there's it's a 2-album set. And it comes in. Ta-da! Blood red vinyl. There you go. See that? Blood red vinyl. You have to say blood red because you wouldn't want it to be anything else. And Eric, look at that. It has a poster and an atomic explosion because that also had a lot to do with Bob. All right. So those are my Twin Peaks. I also have Loretta Lynn Coal Miner's Daughter. You ask, what does this have to do with Twin Peaks? Absolutely nothing. It just happened to be sitting there, so I thought I would put it up because, Eric, you said I could do anything I wanted, so there it is. This came in off that Vinyl Me Please. I'm really excited to get Coal Miner's Daughter. I mean, I like Loretta Lynn, but seriously, I didn't want to spend that much for it, but I'm sure I'm going to like it, so what the heck. So there we go, Eric, Twin Peaks. Congratulations on your channel. Great channel. Been watching you since you were a little boy. Ever since you were tiny, when you're a tiny little YouTube guy, still waddling around in your little, vinyl community diapers. I was there for you. I was there for you. You know that. So we've grown up. You've grown up. I've watched you grow up and get crazier and crazier, and you always make me laugh. So I don't, why are you having a contest? I don't even remember why I'm sure it's a sub thing, but I can't see that even makes a difference to you. I have no idea what your prize is, as usual. I'm just doing this because, Eric, you have a contest. I thought, hey, I'm going to support you because I know you would support me if I had a contest. So congrats on whatever I'm congratulating you on, Eric. People, if you haven't tuned into his channel, it's well worth it. It's a good time. And, if you ever want a really relaxing channel, you can relax with Eric. So congrats, Eric. Thanks, everyone. Be careful. Bob is out there.